Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. Let me make sure I got everything lined up here. I think I do. Let's see, make sure you guys can hear me. I've got my microphone here. Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. Sorry, I hit the button a moment before I was ready. Okay, everything's working? Yes, everything's working. Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is a glorious Monday. It's May 8th, 6:55 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. Sorry, it's a little bit late today, but my schedule has been changing quite a lot recently, beginning to settle. So I think I'll be doing these. My goal is early in the morning. I have kind of a new schedule where I'll actually be up kind of early, and I'll probably start doing these on my laptop. So we'll see how that works. But I'll get them out earlier and more consistently. All right, check this out. BitcoinDailyView.com. Got more for you there as always. Not a lot more, but a little more. So check that out. Now, today you may have noticed it is dump day. The market traditional market. Look over here at FinViz. In general, the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P 500 kind of did nothing. Just a sideways day. I mean, it didn't amount to much. In the end, the Dow closed 0.17 down, NASDAQ 0.18 up, and S&P 500 0.05 up. So in general, not a whole lot happened. Looking at the S&P 500, if we look a little closer, you can see that Google had a good day. Tesla was up 1%. Nvidia, Nvidia is kicking butt. For kind of like an old school long, kind of like those. I think I wonder about Nvidia sometimes. But it's not something I'd get in on one of those. Just kind of one of those things, old school kind of boring trading, like grain futures and stuff. I'm going to just buy me an Nvidia. Tell you, I've met some billionaires here in Scottsdale that I'm not kidding, that actually did stuff like that. Like they just bought some boring ass thing that like tractor grease back in 1972, and now they're worth whatever. So anyway, looking at the crypto universe and squares, we've got some players right now. There are some that are hitting the green, but in general, it's been a pretty devastating day. There are some things that would have made you a lot of money if you hopped in them today, like PAX-G versus Bitcoin kind of looked pretty good. We'll check that out real quick, but in general, dump day for the market. Getting into why, who cares? Let's just stick to the crypto. I'm not really sure why the market was so bad today. I didn't really have my usual perusal through a lot of financial news, but in general, as far as I could tell, it's a lack of confidence in the market right now. That's kind of it. Retail sales across the board are pretty darn down. Of course, we do have big retail establishments like Bed Bath & Beyond and such taking a hit. I think we're starting to see commercial real estate possibly starting to take a little bit of hit. I'll start tracking those more. We'll make that part of the daily view again. I think commercial real estate is one to definitely to check out. I think they're beginning to see a little bit of a hit. So, and that's not good for the overall market. But looking at the crypto, looking at Bitcoin trading volume explicitly, 4.1 billion last 24 hours, up 28%. Not a whole lot of volume. But also with such a dumpy day, I mean, that's you know what I mean. Not bad. 4 billion, we'll take it. Not bad volume. It was an increase in volume. Today was not the best day in the market. Today's not the best day in the market for Bitcoin, unless you're shorting probably. But still, not bad volume. Not bad volume. 5 would have been about a good day for volume. So just a little bit low. Looking at 1 hour recs, 2.1 million. People are trying too hard, too long and short with leverage. Last 24 hours, 152 million. In general, that's I like to see the 24-hour recs basically below 100 million, and then 1 hour recs really below a million. That's more of a sane market. So right now we got last 24 hours and the last hour, people have been just trying too damn hard to long and short with leverage, and they're getting wrecked. Once again, on FinViz here, Dow, NASDAQ, S&P 500, not anything. It's pretty much sideways day, nothing too amazing. Looking at Bitcoin, the 15-minute chart, this has really been a dumpy day, but we're beginning to see a bounce, and I think we're seeing a bounce where we might expect to see a bounce. I'm seeing nice smooth sailing as far as longs and shorts coming in. Looking at these sizes, I think people are playing the game by hand. I kind of am getting a feeling that with the dumpiness, the algorithmic big trades are actually turned off for the moment. I'm not seeing the blasting out of 100K trades with many X leverage on them right now. So I think that the algo trading bots are probably turned off via the big financial houses right now. I think they've had enough, especially looking at these longs that got wrecked here. It's been definitely a pile of longs get wrecked, and so there you go. I mean, boom. Now, if we look at the long versus shorts ratio, like here on Binance for Bitcoin explicitly, long 68%, shorts 31%, definitely a long bias. So I'm wondering if we're going to see a bounce come in. Very, very possible. Looking at spot trading pairs on the big exchanges here, in the top 20 big exchanges, they're all up. You can look at the 7-day graph over here on the right side. They're up. We're definitely seeing a real blast off of volume. I'm noticing it begin to trend down now. It was a bit higher today. Definitely good looking at the spot trading. People were buying that dip. I can't imagine what else they were doing, or just, I don't know, giving up and selling at a great big loss or something. But looking at the top 100, like Bitcoin in the top 100, we're down here at 27,736. Wonderful little price there for Bitcoin right now after some dumpage. Oh, this thing now doesn't want to refresh the 24-hour price movement indicators for the top 100 cryptos. We'll come back and look at that. But in general, a wrecked day for the top 100. I'm not sure if anybody was in the green. Looking at Bitcoin itself, just it right here on the 4-hour chart over on Binance, Bitcoin versus USDT. Sorry, this chart's a little bit busy, but you can kind of see on the 4-hour chart, the 4-hour candles, you can kind of see a sideways range that we've been playing, even though today was a down day. You can kind of see where there is a range going on, and it's within this fib sequence here that sort of makes sense. You're kind of ranging between the top of the range, that this fib here, and then basically down to like the 382. And take it for what it's worth. I'll just take this and I'm going to copy link, and I will put it in the live chat if anybody wants, this chart. But that's what I'm seeing. I mean, really, right now we're below the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. We kind of came down here to the buy. We kind of came down to the buy zone, like we've been like has been happening. You can see there's a little buy zone down there. We kind of got right to it. Now we're moving up again, below the 200 moving average. Not too exciting. I don't really like this fib sequence. I just kind of grabbed because it kind of fits. You can see the 618 definitely came into play here. Definitely this dot 382 has been coming into play for sure. Really, I almost kind of think, well, we could go out to like let's say a 12-hour chart. Damn it, go away. 12-hour chart. How does that look? I think this fits. I mean, you're kind of playing a fib sequence off a 12-hour, the daily chart. So daily chart, you can kind of see you're starting the fib sequence right after we kind of made a nice wick bounce off the 200 moving average on the daily. That's a pretty strong spot. So in general, now we have this little sideways action going here. Some people would call this a bit of a flag, but I mean, it's really kind of a ranging sideways flag. I wouldn't call it a pennant or a flag. I guess technically it would be a flag. And since we've got this upward motion here, I mean, it could be said that could be kind of a bull flag. I'm not so much with those kind of patterns. I don't really think about them much. But you do have a nice little flagpole there in a way. Now you're going sideways. Could we be getting ready for a nice boom, a run? Looking at the daily chart, we're well above the 200 moving average. So there you go. Rather interesting moment. We'll just see what happens. It was not exactly an exciting day for crypto. Is this going to come back? Yeah, it did. I will say, looking at the top 100 here, we're beginning to see, I'm definitely seeing less red here. We're beginning to see some things turn green. So maybe we're going to see a turnaround. If we had a turnaround, you can see there was so much spot trading volume back here. Spot trading. Oh yeah, what was derivatives? Oh, derivatives right now for Bitcoin, longs and shorts with leverage is 52 billion, up 72% last 24 hours. That's a nice number, and it's not too high, so I don't think the exchanges will shake it off. They've been shaking. I mean, they've been shaking longs and shorts. You can tell by the numbers. So but we're beginning to see a bit of a trail off here for spot trading on the big exchanges here. Definitely had a really hot day for it. It's still up pretty high, but let's see what happens. this is kind of a hard thing to play. We'll just see what happens. Bitcoin ultimately really is just ranging sideways at the moment in this nice little, I'm going to call it a bull flag. Why not? See it and be it. You know what I mean? I'm making it up. I think it's a bull flag. Kind of looks like it, or it looks bull flaggy. Nice little flagpole here, and we'll see what happens. I mean, wow. Say I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to those patterns, but I do know if you were to, let's say, do a little like trend line here, like that would be your flagpole, basically. Bonk, we'll call it like that. Then we're going to take that little flagpole and you would kind of put it, like over here? Kind of like, let's say at the bottom of this range. Where would that put us? That would put us at like 34,647, totally doable. So maybe we'll see this play out, at your own discretion, maybe. Anyway, sideways motion right now. I'm going to go back to the 4-hour chart here so we can see it a little bit more clearly. Sideways motion for Bitcoin. I really think that I think the smart money that's pushing Bitcoin around probably is, they know what's up and they're buying these bottoms and they're selling the top. And that's what's going on. Do we have a bull flag going on? If we do, that's pretty groovy. Maybe we'll see a nice breakout. That would be something to see. But also, if we were to dump from here to get down to the .5 or the .618, the 618 would be like 23,900 and the .5 would be like 25,000. That would be an incredibly respectable place to get a bounce. Either of those fib levels would really be a powerful thing. And if we were to go to, let's say, like the daily chart, how else could you play this? If you went to the daily, you could actually, let me actually clear all this out here. And just here we are, a daily chart. Sorry about that. Bonk, 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 bonk. Let's do that. Let's do at the bottom of this fib here on a daily. And where are we at here on, if we look at it like that? See there, we're kind of in a spot I don't like a whole lot. This actually fits if I do the daily and do the fib like this. It's nice that we've kind of bounced to the 200. We're on the way up. But we're kind of riding that 236 fib level. And generally, I find that to be kind of a weak spot. I don't like that too much. But it is support. If we move up from there, that'd be rocking, especially if we play out maybe this bull flag action here. And after all, that bull flag could have been like, this could have been a bull flag anyway, but not really. It doesn't quite fit. This fits better. Anyway, sorry, I'm just babbling. Anyway, guys, sorry, I don't want to bore you, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see. That's about it. That's what I got for you today. I'll check out these guys out in the morning more frequently. Got kind of a new schedule going on, so I'll be downstairs on my laptop and kick these out. So the resolution won't be quite as good, but we'll try to keep these things focused. And there you go. So thank you for being a Bitcoin truth seeker. Thank you for your optimism in humanity. Bitcoin is kind of just basically right now, like I say, especially if you look at the 4-hour chart, you can see it is just ranging sideways. I think I think this is one of these like very, 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 very typical, as I call them. It's just the whales pushing it sideways for a while, right in there, and they're selling that, they're buying that bottom and they're selling that top, and maybe they're shorting that top and longing that bottom. But I think we're kind of in a whale sideways territory, and they will blast this thing off one way or the other when they are ready. Also, the sideways range is not that bad. I would like to be above the 4-hour 200 moving average. That would be a little bit happier for me. Let's look at the hourly chart. The hourly is below the 200 moving average. Also, I don't like that so much. So it would be nice if Bitcoin could get a little perky. I think something to definitely watch. And you can see the explosive movement that will follow, I think, because you can kind of see it here. A nice break above the 200 moving average. Here's a nice break below the 200 moving average. Here's a nice break above the 200 moving average. And of course, here's a nice break below the 200 moving average. So it really is a powerful indicator, a powerful moving average. And like right now, we're kind of making a bounce. Are we? Well, it would make sense. We definitely do have some, previous support and resistance down here at the bottom. If I was to take this range, kind of put it down here, kind of squeeze it up a little bit, and then try to move it like that. Move for me. Come on. Yeah, there's argument to be made that there's some previous support and resistance here. I think this is a logical bounce spot. So let's see what happens. I'm going to put an alert in and watch for that hourly 200 moving average break above. I think that might be some explosive action if I think that bull flag could be playing out, as I see it. And I can be pretty creative with my channels and patterns and things like that. Maybe I'm being overly creative with that bull flag, but maybe it's just my note in the chart. Call it what you want. If that plays out, I definitely think we're going to start seeing that run. If that happens, definitely I'll be taking it seriously when I see that 200 moving average get crossed in the hourly chart. Definitely going to be watching the 45-minute chart, have an alert in to watch for a break there and above the 200 moving average there, and especially on the 4-hour chart. Definitely, let me clean this thing up here. Definitely on the 4-hour chart. And I'm going to be watching for that 200 moving average cross, because when that happens, I think we might be in business depending on other factors. With that said, if I go here to the daily chart real quick before we get out of here, let's look at gold today. How'd gold do? Gold, green day. Gold's doing pretty well overall, upwards trending. I like seeing that. How is silver doing? I like seeing that. How's it looking? Yep, silver. Overall, it's been trending up for a while. Anything else to really look at? Oh, yeah, DXY. How's the dollar strength index doing on the daily chart here? Woo! Dollar strength index. Not sure if it matters so much on an index, but it's below the 10 moving average. It's going sideways. It's not doing anything too positive nor negative. So, once again, Bitcoin True Seekers, thank you for being the optimist of humanity and stacking those Bitcoin sats, because every Bitcoin Satoshi you own is an absolutely optimistic statement of belief, intent, and action in a beautiful future for humanity. So take care. Talk to you again tomorrow.